Hey, I'm Sensei Federico, and we're going to do Legions of Ming and Fish Hook today. So let's start with Legions of Ming. And one thing I want you guys to start to understand is that the higher belt techniques are not necessarily harder. They're not really harder techniques to really learn, but they have a different level of concepts now. Now it's, instead of just doing, one punch, it's a kick and a punch. Or instead of just doing one block, now you're doing two blocks. So now you're starting to add more. So they're not necessarily harder moves to learn, but they're more harder on the concept. So let's start with Legions of Ming. So you step back, it's downward scimitar block. Right downward block, left hand comes up, chamber. And you go inward block, you're gonna shuffle forward, you're gonna forearm, then you're gonna back fist, then you're gonna come across ridge hand. So let's play with a few different things on this. So first thing is you're stepping out of the way in the kick. So this is our diamond drill, 1, 2, 3, 4, just this basic step, boom, out of the way. And you're doing this downward block, which is shifting the kick out of the way. 1, now you're gonna come across as your inward, and here's your universal block. 2, now you're gonna come up, you're gonna forearm them in the body, then you're gonna back fist. Now also notice, if I forearm, and let's say the arm comes down to block it, I can back fist up higher, or vice versa. I can forearm high if they're protecting their ribs. I can forearm high, all right, and then kind of back fist down low. So it gives you different levels. Then you get a ridge hand, and if you want, you can ridge hand and sweep, all right? That's Legions of Ming, and now we're gonna go right into Fish Hook. Fish Hook is against 2 punches. So what happens is, you step in, you do your first one, but now you see that second punch coming, you're like, uh-oh, how am I gonna block it? So what you do is your elbow wraps back around and becomes your block, which is kind of a cool move because you're going 1, and instead of pulling this hand all the way back around to do your second block or coming across, you're just using your elbow to kind of double clutch this, like do it again. So 1, 2, and then you come wrap around again. We do what's called a corkscrew punch. Now, when I teach this technique, I kind of ask people like, what's a corkscrew? And they're like, it's when you take a punch, go, boom. No. A corkscrew is something that when you want to open, say, a bottle of wine, you put it into the bottle and then you twist it. That's what you want to picture when you do a corkscrew punch. You want to hit it first, and then at the end you twist it. And the cool thing about this is it gives you extra power. So you get your power from really punching and torquing your hands and putting power into things. If I just do this, I don't really feel much power, but when I get to the end of it and I do this extra snap, boom, I'm going to get power right from that extra little snap of impact and twisting over. I'm Sensei Federico. That was Legions of Ming. Well, let's do it real quick. So down block, air block, forearm, back fist, ridge hand, and then fish hook, inward block, slow forearm here, all right, and then our corkscrew punch. I'm Sensei Federico. That was Legions of Ming and Fish Hook. Give it a try.